Dragonhairs, it's a MagiChess day. We haven't done a MagiChess video on this part of the channel in a little bit. So I built 3 different decks. We're going to take all 3 in and see how they perform. We're going to review what they do. The first one is Radiant with some freeze. As far as tanks go for this, we have Hochadair. Hochadair is a lovely little tank. Not the best thing in the game, but he is pretty solid. You can see right here, he has the guard ability, where if I get enough guards, he gets 2 guards, he gets defense up 2, and 4, which we're never going to get. He also gets damage reduction. He also increases all allies crit rate and crit damage if you get enough frost, 3 and 5 being the numbers there. Again, 3 is likely, 5 is not. Hochadair also comes with basically frost explosion. He comes with, like, all right, we're not going to go through everyone's skills. That'll take 1,000 years. But we're going to go through all these and show you what everyone does and what this team does and how we are trying to win with them. And then we're going to take him in. So we also are going to see that not a tank, not a defender. I guess let's do our frontliners first, right? Ethereal is a decent frontliner. You can see she has the guard, crazy guard ability, much like our friend Hochadair, which means that she's going to also get that defense up. Her other ability is that she, frost with the crit rate again, and then at the start of each round, for every element owned, all allies gain a max HP bonus. So we get a nice little max HP bonus if we have 2 elements. We're not again going for 4 with this build, but not bad, right? Like pretty solid overall. From there, we also have another defender. She's only a guard here. She's a damage dealer in the main game, but her special ability, growth. Each stack increases attack by 5% and defense by 5% up to 20 stacks. So we can get stacks at the start of each round. The highest unit with each attack unit gets growth, which is really good. She also has when she starts behind someone, she can do the jump up and stun everyone. The most important unit, our biggest, let's continue front rowers, right? Ethereal, all right, that's our guards, right? From there, we have another front row unit in Troglar. Troglar actually is immune to all debuffs and immune to all control. Start of each round, fighters get a shield for 30 seconds. Unfortunately, he's my only fighter, so that's never happening. He's never getting that big old shield. However, he does have a Tornado Slash. That's going to deal a bunch of damage, and Winter's Vengeance, a 20% attack up. He benefits from other Frost heroes. He's always sort of underrated and has done really well. The key champion for my team is very often Talithia, who does crazy damage. At the start of each round, the front 2 rows gain damage reduction, and the back 2 rows gain damage bonus. Put her in the back 2 rows and win, right? Put her in the front, put some damage dealers, blockers in the front rows and win. When casting battle skills, fires 2 additional arrows that deal radiant damage, and this is ridiculous. And then she turns into a dragon and basically wipes the board. Building her is one of the key plans here. Another decent damage dealer is Linkos. He's not quite as good. He's got a radiant damage to all enemies and then a damage up Aura energy damage up, which is really nice for the other Aura champions. Again, I don't have enough for a full Aura team, but it does the job. As far as the Talon owner gains 25% max HP, shield lasting 10 seconds. Again, nice to have, not amazing. He's also a scholar. When he casts a battle skill, heals the allied unit with the lowest HP. So he's just constantly healing. And we get, as long as we have 2 scholars, we don't have another. We have 1 other scholar here. Sorry, excuse me. So if we get him, we really want to get Shala to get that heal. Scholar casts a battle skill, we heal as well. This is each time an ultimate skill bounces and deals damage. The Aura ally with the highest crit damage gains 5 energy and 5 Aura, and she basically throws a ball that bounces and hits everybody. Not an amazing champion, but pretty solid, and a legendary, so being used here. Who didn't we cover so far? Austere is a lovely little marksman. We don't have any extra marksman, but hey, increased damage for every 1 tile of distance between marksman and target. I like to put Austere off to the side alone. Like I'll put all my other ranged people on one side, and then this one, Austere, will go off to the side alone for that extra little bit of damage, even though it doesn't really happen because I don't have other archers here. Hero gains 2,000 HP and a damage aura, which is really nice, right? Allies deal 6% more damage, or effect doubles for the hero, or effects of the same type don't stack, which is really nice. And he jumps into the air and shoots a bunch of cold damage and inflicts frost. Did we talk about Lysenia? Lysenia is the Lysenia is the Planeswalker. The Planeswalker randomly casts one of the following: Inspiration, 40% attack up, Dispel, dispels all buffs, and Charmed. We again don't have a second Planeswalker, unfortunately. We can try and build these without the lovely auras. Maybe we'll do that in a later video. And then finally we have our 1 epic Volheim, who's a gunslinger, which is really cool. And you know what? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of her. Let's edit the deck. We're going to find someone that has a little bit more synergy, and we do want that to be a aura hero. And that aura hero that has more synergy will be our extra arrow person. There, problem solved. Extra arrow person done. All right, this is now going to be save deck. This is going to be Nichik slot. Nichik again. Now we have that extra damage dealt for tiles of separation, and Nichik has a cool ultimate that deals radiant to enemies and grants 30 aura to the hero at one random aura ally, and then a lovely aura that gives HP shield and can refresh it every 30 seconds. Good stuff, right? So how do we change deck? Well, all right, so deck 3 is going to use a lot of the same heroes. Again, we're going to take out our gunslinger for something else. Let's figure out what we want. So I think what we want is a second punchy person, right? We've got the divine aesthetic in this, who is our start of round fighters gain a shield, and then his abilities are he's got a lovely aura that's every fifth basic attack has 150 extra lightning damage, lower enemies HP, the higher damage up to 450%, and then attacks all enemies with lightning damage and consumes a bunch of stacks of breakage. I'm using basically lightning and poison or frost here. So like you'll see deck 2 is the same concept, but now instead of the radiant team, we've got the frost team, and then deck 3 is going to be the radiant team with the poison and the lightning, right? So Ozil is going to be a lovely all allies gain a damage bonus. If Severo is 5 stars, then upgrade the damage bonus. I don't have Severo, but growth each stack increases 5%. Up to 20 stacks. At the start of each round, the ace unit with the highest attack continually gains growth, and basically they stack a bunch of attack and defense, which is really nice, right? Enhanced Lord Shadow every 25 seconds. Shadow energies trigger host imprint from the hero. Attacks deal extra damage to enemies within a 5.5 diamond, and then he can transform into a demon, which is the real reason I'm using him, because I've been really, really wanting to see that. This is completely untested, by the way. He and Annalisius are whatchamacallit, are like the crown champions. They're like the aces of their team, which is really, really cool. So I got a couple of aces here. I thought Divine Ascetic was an ace, but I guess I'm wrong. We have Tharavel, who's an extra lightning damage dealer. This is another bow and arrow person, which will go really cool with my other bow and arrows, like Alethea, and that's another one where we just want distance. Basic fires one extra shot. We get extra shots. Equal to 35% of attack, and switches to a different shooting stance and increase 51% for the next 12 seconds and deals a bunch of extra lightning. So we have 1 arrow, 2 arrow. We might want a third, right? We don't have as many defenders here, so it looks like actually what we should add is a defender. But we have Daphne. Daphne is a legendary warlock, which is when the warlock dies, the warlock with the highest attack gains a percentage of the fallen attack. 200 that gains 2000 HP and damage reduction as an aura, 6% less damage, really nice. Possesses the nearest ally for 15 seconds, during which time the possessed target deals necrotic damage to surrounding enemies for 1 second. Possessed target gains attack 30% up to Daphne's attack. This is really good stuff and really powerful overall. That's everyone, right? Except we checked Kervidia. What's Kervidia? Kervidia is the increase attack speed and attack for 30 seconds. When the first warrior falls, we get a bonus. And then at the start of each round, for every element owned, all allies gain a max HP, and we have more enemies here. Each attack is a chance of omen. And we got to get rid of Theoden. Again, Theoden is really, really solid, but we can find something that has better synergy for us here. I mean, we really, really need another tank here, right? We have a whole 1 defender. So instead of schools, we're going to hit bonds. And now we're going to look for, do we have lords? Lords. We have a lord to use. No, we used her in other teams. Let's check. Not all schools. All right, no lords. We have any other extra aces? Oh, she's the ace of hers. That's cool. I like having aces. Aces are very cool. Let's go to lord. See if we have any dragonborn. We have only 1 dragonborn that is used. All right, so we want a guard ideally here. All of our guards are in these 2 factions, so that's completely obnoxious, right? What else we got? Planeswalker. Do we have a second Planeswalker? Again, the same 2 damn factions. What haven't we used? Let's just take a legendary from a random faction then. That's what we're going to do. We haven't used any wild or toxin. We have 1 toxin, and that doesn't synergize with anything. We have 2 wild. I know we have 1 wild, and that doesn't synergize with anything. I guess we're just doing these 3, right? Which means we're going to end up with an epic here. Let's go back to Shadow. That is an extra warlock. I'd really like an extra defender of some kind. So we're going to hit all schools again. We're going to go again. You know what? We can just do a fighter, and then we can take the extra epic fighter and call it a day. Right? The extra lightning epic fighter will do the job for us. So we need to remove you, add you. Boom. Now we have an extra fighter and extra lightning. We're good to go. We save deck. And we're going to try all of these in the same stage, and then we're going to mess around for a little bit, and that's going to be today's video. So if you like this game, if this seems cool to you, this is an auto battler MagiChess. You'll see how the game plays out momentarily. If this sounds good to you, please make sure you download the game using the link in the description. We will have a creator code for you relatively soon. We got all this stuff going on. Dragonheir is the GOAT game. I really love this game. So generous and so freaking fun. All right, so 3.9 is a area I've been having a lot of trouble with. I've been stuck here for a little bit. If we win, unfortunately, we're gonna have to go forward, I think, and that's gonna like mess up this test a little bit. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna start with the defender. I always like to start with the defender. Make sure I have a tank, something that can protect some damage. We spin. We get Talithia. We always take Talithia. Talithia is too much damage to not take. We upgrade. We open again. And now we're going to get a second blocker, which is perfectly cromulent here. We would rather have Hochador be our main blocker, right? First two damages get damage reduction, back two rows get damage bonus from Talithia, and we are good to go. We also have our two on the way there to our crit rate bonus from getting a frost, so we'd like a third frost, but we're in no real rush for that. We'd rather see some dupes early. And now we go to battle, we go to wall. Whoa. Okay, that's obnoxious. Immediately runs through my team, which is kind of a problem, and wrecks everything does Guinevere's team. All right, so be it. Nothing we can do about that right now. Immediately, we go into round two, and I want the gold. I want the extra gold here. So we're gonna take the extra gold, and we're gonna say, all right, we can go Lysenia or Lycos. We are going to have to upgrade here. So I'm going to actually take the bonus here for Lysenia. Lysenia is another mage. I'm going to put these far apart because we can clearly have someone get through to the back row here, right? Then we're going to go up. We're going to start. Analysis is really good, and I would like Analysis. So we're actually going to take Analysis as our last one. And Analysis, meanwhile, is going to give our friend a little bonus and then stun the whole opposing team. We now have plenty more. I would really, really, really like a. We don't have enough, so boom, a nice upgrade to Lysenia. We'll take it, and we go. We could have saved some gold there. I feel like that first battle left me feeling real weak, so I was trying to up it a little bit. Oh man. All right. So let's see. Did that stun give us enough to survive here? It did not. We are dead again. This team is falling apart into this. We might just not be strong enough right now in terms of everything else happening in the game. Let's see if we can scale our power up enough now. And Alesis with the bonus is really nice. Aletheia with the bonus is always super important. And Alesis goes all the way up. Aletheia goes all the way up. Now if she doesn't die, she'll be a dragon, and I have a chance at winning. I really do need some extra power in my front row, but if I can keep Annalises alive for like 7 seconds and long enough to, sorry, Talithia enough to turn into a dragon, that dragon wins the battle for me. And that's the basic game plan here. And that's how we're going to try and win as long as we can stay alive. So we have a game plan that is going to work here. I do like haste here. All allied units gain crit rate is important because we're trying to stay alive here. We have 32 gold. We get a nothing burger here, so we are actually not gonna. Let's take a reroll because we need that Hojadar power. Lovely. We want him to stay alive for more than 2 seconds. This is actually obnoxious. All right, Talithia is super important. Let's continue to make her better. Let's make Hojadar a real tank for now. And then we pray. We got Lysenia to 3. And Lysenia at 3 over here is really, really solid. And now we continue on. I feel like we might be strong enough to survive another. Let's find out. Lots more on the team, right? We're going to need that stun. You might notice the 1 stars now are just dying basically immediately, which is obnoxious. Boom, we hit with the big dragon, and the dragon is going to carry us. Dragon carry for the win here. We continue on. We continue on. From now, we have Hochadar, who we're just trying to keep alive. He's our only tank, right? Our secondary tank is doing nothing. Lysenia is now really solid. Annalisis is now really solid. Again, they get 50% extra. Boom, 50% extra is a ton. Ethereal finally might be actually decent here. We're going to keep making Annalisis as good as possible. Annalisis gets the full upgrade. Now she has her star ability now. So we get the extra radiant damage, and we're good to go. And look, it's going to be Talithia because Talithia is the carry, right? And now Talithia gets her 2 additional arrows with cutting edge. So like this should be good. We should be able to clear out now, despite how weak we looked at first. Our comp came together because we got the Talithia Analysis thing going, giving a big bonus in damage to and survivability to Talithia is really good. And please note how amazingly Hochador just survived just long enough to keep me alive, but now the opponent is actually strong enough to not immediately die. And we have to see where we are. Luckily, everyone is leveled up enough. We've got our 2 Radiant mains carrying here well. Ignores target shield and 30% of defense seems really good. I really do like the haste, but we don't need it right now. We have 34 gold. We're going to keep upgrading Hochador, who's now got his aura, which is going to be he's going to do the extra shield, which is nice. Let's continue Ethereal, who's now should actually survive for more than 0.2 seconds. So any new heroes at this point are going to be sort of useless, right? However, we don't have many more upgrades to do, so we're actually going to grab Linkos to have a 3rd Radiant and get that Radiant bonus. Linkos is going to go right here and hopefully help protect my most important units. And then we have a nothing burger there, and we're basically out. But if we win, it doesn't matter. We're done. I assume we will win and be okay at this point. Boom. No, bam, they're all stunned, and now I just need to be a dragon. Dragon takes out everyone, and then the rest of the team is just survival mode, right? We have enough to win here. And Annalisis and our 2 Annalisis and Talithia are our survivors. We go to next stage. I would imagine we're not beating next stage with our next team, but we are going to edit deck. Ooh, how do we change deck here? I don't want to do that. I just want to change deck. All right. So we're going to go X that out. We're going to go back here. And we're going to say preset deck. We're going to go to deck 2. And we're going to use this deck instead. So we are now going to, now that we have this deck, again, I'm assuming I'm going to lose, right? But we're going to use this deck. Boom. Okay, will it let me use this deck? Yeah. Okay. So, how do we use it? Available in 5 hours. Oh no, we finished that area. I guess that's all we can do. We have maxed out the Tavern Gambit for the time being, which is annoying considering I'm trying to make a video right now. That's society. I haven't even done this yet. All right, I guess we'll do. Oh, Tactile Adventure. That's where I wanted to be in the first place, right? All right, 310. What the hell? All right, let's challenge. And now we want to change decks, right? We're gonna have to play some PvE at this point. So we're gonna preset deck, change it to deck 2, because deck 1 is did its job, right? We know that deck 1 does its job. Now we're going to do deck 2, which has none of those champions, and we're going to challenge. This is going to be our little PvP draft mode, and we'll see what this does, even though I just touched my eye with a little bit of fire and grease on it. I wanted to use Ozil forever, so we're going to start with Ozil here. Ozil is, I believe, a ranged character. Boom. Hochador will be, again, our front row as we begin. And now we upgrade. This is always how we start here. And we go, do we have a second? We can get a second Frost, or we can go Daphne. Let's get Daphne. Let's stick these 2 as far apart as we can. And let's get ready. We'll save the 2 gold, as always, on the first round. And let's see how we do here. This is just beating the random AI nonsense. Oh, this isn't PvP. I don't even know what this is. I'm a little confused. What this is appears to be me getting wrecked by some little stupid baby birds. All right, well, whatever. We haven't powered anything up yet. I guess this is PvE and I'm just wrong. Poison Ring. 30% chance of attack penalty seems really solid. I'll take the epic over the rare as a general rule. We go that. We upgrade Ozil. Go that. We upgrade again. And we want a second Frost. So we're going, and we want a second front row-ish character. So we'll take Ethereal again. We go one more. And we were hoping for an upgrade here. We whiffed on that upgrade. This is often where the game turns. This turn 2, like, did I get one more upgrade, is very often where, like, I win or lose the game. And it feels like that run is one of the most important things that could happen in the entire thing. We are surviving better because 2 tanks is important, but we're not doing the damage, right? That attack penalty works. The Frost is keeping them down. We're dead. Like, this is taking 100 years, but I'm pretty sure we're dead. We just don't have the damage unless we see more upgrades. Yep, goodbye. We're going to need to see more damage, or this is a nothing burger of a fight that I cannot win. Again, we have literally nothing here. Let's upgrade and take a Troglar, who's at least a nice third Frost, and is going to give us our Frost benefit. We are now into upgrade mode, just hoping to hit upgrade after upgrade. We need damage, so Daphne is going to take her upgrade, and then we whiff again. This is going to be rough. We're dead. Like riffing on the last upgrade every time is what is actually killing us here. There's nothing we can super do about that. It is what it is, but we just don't have the damage if we're not seeing the upgrades. Like once you're into round 3, you just don't have the damage. So we need a giant power spike or we're super dead next. Yeah. Look at how little damage we're doing. We're just not even hitting these guys. So we need a damage boost here or nothing good happens. Please note the meaning of what this is. It's not that the deck isn't working or that characters aren't working. It's that sometimes in any of these games, you're going to just whiff on upgrades. I really wish I had the extra gold. We are going to take the... I need the attack, right? So we're going to take the attack. We cannot take... We just need upgrades. So we're going to go Troglar. We keep whiffing on upgrades. Ozil is now hopefully good enough. Hochidar gets the upgrade, so now I wish I'd taken the Hochidar, but what are you going to do? And then Ozil is now hopefully actually good enough to win me this, or we're just straight up dead. Game froze for a second there, right? It froze on number 1. All right. We just don't have the damage, huh? Still, even after all this. Oh, he just turned into something. What did he do? What just happened? He turned into a little ball for a little while. He's supposed to turn into a demon. I don't know what the fuck that means. We've actually done enough damage to like not immediately die now, but we're still gonna immediately die, right? Yeah, we're dead. This one we got absolutely wrecked. We got arch crapped on. Let's see if we can do that again and what happens, right? Like I'm curious to what extent that loss, maybe it's just that we're not ready for 310, but I'm curious to what extent that loss is a product of us not having enough damage versus like everything else, right? Let's do a challenge again. View info. This one is going to be, oh, this is a boss fight too eventually. Round 1, we have to beat that. Round 2, we have to beat, wow, we have to beat a bunch of rounds and we're just not even surviving the first one. This seems unlikely to be a win. All right, whatever. Let us give it a try. We go into challenge. We hit it. See if we can actually beat the monsters at the start, right? We're actually going to take the Divine Ascetic because Divine Ascetic is really solid damage. We're going to take the Troglar because Troglar is really solid damage. We're going to upgrade and hope for the best now. We're going to take the Ozil because he was my best hero last game. And now we're probably still going to die because we don't have any upgrades. But now let's see what happens if we hit our early upgrades. Let's see if we can hit those early upgrades. They're going to be basically the entire game at this point. Note the difference in damage here, right? Like we're already doing extra damage, which is a really nice place to be. And we're frosting them for that slow down. Now we're dead. Just no chance there. Ozil is seemingly not great here. We have haste, crit rate, or attack penalty. I want the crit rate because we need that extra damage here pretty badly. We immediately have to pull an upgrade, and we're immediately going to go with, you know what? Front row seems unbelievably important here, so we're going to go with, actually, we don't have any, I guess we have one frost, so we can go with ethereal here. Boom, ethereal's here. We got a Troglar upgrade, which is really nice. We got a ethereal upgrade. We're going to actually not worry about Ozil right now because his special ability didn't seem to really help against these guys, so hopefully we're power spiking here enough to keep it going. Apparently not, because we're still doing literally no damage here. We're not immediately dead, right? Like the 1-star guys immediately die. You just don't have the. What is happening with this damage? I'm so confused as to why we just do no damage here. I feel like we must be missing something, but I don't know. We're just rolling for upgrades because like new champions do nothing here. All right, so I want the third Troglar for sure. And then I continue to whiff on upgrades. We want the second Divine Ascetic, and we're done here. Can we survive? We just need upgrades here, is what I'm seeing. We just don't do damage without them. We have our nice little shield, which is hopefully going to keep. We just still look at this damage. Like even at the level 3, we don't do any damage. I don't know how to bend this if we don't do damage. There's something clearly wrong here. Does anyone know what it is, dear viewers? Oh, he's dead, and now I'm dead. All right, well, let's keep trying, I guess. Attack 25%. Uh, Again, we just straight up don't see any upgrades, which is fucking amazing. Getting up to level 3 is important. Again, whiffing on the upgrades. We're dead without upgrades. Can Troglar actually carry us here? I assume not, because again, like just even fully upgraded, we're just not doing damage. We'll try the third team too, but I assume that we're just not going to be able to handle this. This might be the end of our MagiChess journey for the time being. Should we try the first team? I guess we try the first team also, right? Oh, look at that. Jeez. We have stuns, we have frost, they're going slower. We actually do damage now. Oh my god, this is going to be 150 years. I'm sorry, everybody. For us to lose, too, is the real problem. Like, it's not just 150 years. They're clearly outpacing us in terms of damage. Yeah, once our Troglar's dead, we're dead. Time is up. We won through sheer timeout. I'll take it. The two sweetest words in the English language, default. All right, we clearly need more upgrades. Ethereal was good enough there. Ozil starts getting upgrades. Divine Aesthetic starts getting upgrades and maybe can actually do freaking something. With Troglar now gets real good and might be able to carry again. Ozil now has a chance, and we maybe continue to win. Maybe, maybe. Oh, now there's like snakes too. Well, we're super dead because if there's snakes too, we don't have a chance. Get out of the poison. Good stuff. We got a bunch of special attacks. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're dead. So be it. At least we managed to beat one. I'll take it, I guess. That was absolutely brutal. I have no idea how to beat that. Is there a tip here somewhere? Whatever. Let's take a look back. Strategy channels? No. I guess Tactical Adventure, that's the last one we could do because Tavern Gambit is completely closed right now, right? So we're going to go back. We can't do earlier runs. I would happily do 9 to test, but okay. Uh, we're going to challenge. We're going to change deck, right? Preset deck. And we're going to try deck 3. I'm assuming deck 1 is just better than deck 3 because I was not impressed with Oval. I am impressed with front row punchy dude, but that's just a nice person that I could have with my Talithia and such. So I don't know. Let's find out, friends. Can the better team survive? We are immediately taking Talithia for entirely obvious reasons. She's too good not to. We are going to have to go with the lovely Divine Aesthetic. And then we're going to say Talithia just gets an upgrade. We upgrade our team. And we're ready. We can get 2 extra champions next turn. I guess we could have rolled again for 1 extra, but it doesn't matter. We're going to lose the first round. We're just trying to power spike enough that we can survive later, right? Look at that. Look at how much better her damage is already. Like, I know that's not a lot, but like, it took forever for us to even get this much damage in the previous. She's the best. I'm gonna take the haste. We immediately get the Shala, who we're gonna take as the extra Radiant here. And now we have a second Radiant, who we're actually gonna put right here in front. We are going to continue to upgrade Talithia, who's obviously the MVP if we can get her going. And we're gonna take Linkos. Oh, no, we're not. We're gonna take Linkos. And Linkos is going to give us the 3 Radiant, and now we just need Talithia to survive long enough to carry, hopefully. Let's see if that happens, friends. Let's see if it happens. She should be turn into a dragon already. Way more damage. There we go. Can we survive long enough to turn into a dragon again is going to be the question here. We got one dead, and now we got the other hit by dragon, and we got it. Talithia is the MVP, as we may be able to actually beat this thanks to Talithia. We go on with an upgrade. Oh, we're going to upgrade Final Elysius for sure. We're going to boom, 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 boom. Upgrades are good. Upgrades are good. Just done an upgrade here. We're just going to hit ready. I can't buy any of these, right? Be nice to buy one, but what are you going to do? We are just short, but we'll take that 4 extra gold into next turn. And now let's get that stun off. Boom! The stun happens. We get our first dragon hit. Can we get the second dragon hit? Before death. Give me a second. That shield is really nice here. Second dragon. Can we beat the... Yes, we got it. We win again. Look at this go, baby. Talithia, big carry. We are going to have to start upgrading the ascetic. Or he's just going to die so damn fast. Here with the highest HP. I mean, just more crit rate seems good, right? We're going to upgrade. We're going to throw a Curvoldia in just to stand in the front and take some hits. Ascetic is an upgrade we want. And Elysius is an upgrade we need. Linkos is an upgrade we're happy for. Talithia is now insane and should probably carry throughout. And Elysius is now insane and should probably carry throughout. And we're good to go. We continue on. Wow, there's a lot of bad guys here. All right, so we're going to have to hope for the best here. Give me that big stun. Big stun. Hopefully keeps me alive for long enough for the dragon form to carry me a couple times. Boom, look at that defense. We got a nice shield on us, keeping us alive. We're going to be a dragon again and then win. We got the second stun off, which will be enough for dragon. Maybe, yeah, second dragon gets us. All right. Are we at the boss? So we need a big power spike for the boss. We're not at the boss. We're at 1,000 bad guys. All right, let's find out what we can do. Linkos gets the 3rd star and is now a real person. Ascetic gets the 3rd star and is now a real person. And Elysius is now superstar. Linkos is now at least starred. We don't care about any of these friends. Shalia is now 3-star. Are we lucky enough to hit one more? We are not lucky enough to hit one more. We probably should have saved there. I need to stop doing that last roll. That last roll is what often messes me up. She basically immediately dies, but because she jumps behind enemy lines, we get like a minute of survival here. There we go. Now everyone's doing damage. Look at that. Boom, ultimate energy up. We just crushed that one. That giant power spike of getting everyone to 3 stars was it. We are at the boss. We are going to go attack penalty on the boss. Right? That seems reasonable to me. All right, let's just upgrade Talithia even further. Shala even further. Gravita can be fine. Let her survive for more than 2 seconds. I think I want the Ascetic to be pretty good here. Karvita now is pretty solid here. Not bad. Look at these upgrades. We're hitting like home runs here as far as upgrades go. Boom, Aesthetic is now huge and really good. Everyone has their special abilities now. We get the 150 lightning damage. We should be able to handle the boss here. Let's find out. We immediately stun the boss. Wow, we just wrecked him. Look at that. Dragon hits. Everyone gets upgraded and we win. Turns out the secret is the carry composition. That's it. We are done with this video. Don't forget to download this game. This is stupidly fun. I got a whole new chapter now. So we got 4.1 to 4.10. I think I'm done with this for now. We've already done all of our daily missions and so on. It is the last day for anyone who's looking. Look at that, by the way. Oh, I'm a dragon. Does anyone else have cool ones? No, right? Annalise's does. All right, I guess we're looking at this and then we'll go on. She has a cool animation in game, but not here, I guess. No one else wants to have a cool animation? Ooh, you look really cool. All right. Look at all the freaking legendaries. A month into this game, less than a month in. I think this is actually a month in. Oh, look, she's gonna walk and whip out her cool swords. Shing. Oh no, she's gonna freeze the whole screen, then she's gonna whip out her cool swords. Cool, cool, cool. He looks cool as crap, but whatever. I got my pipe armadillo riding poisoner. Hell yeah. I haven't used him still for anything. I really need some poison team. I don't know what that is, but it always weirds me out. Ukulele time, and then we're on to epics, and epics don't have anything special. Oh no, we're not. Look at how cool this little dwarfy is. This looks insanely cool. I don't even know who that is. What is your name, friend? That is Tharaval. Very cool. And we have our starter parties. And then my person with their lovely rouge and very teal look. All right. All right. Just so you know, just a quick reminder, and remember, download the game. We are at the very end of our last summon event, which is going to be here in the dice. I already did it while I was on vacation. I ended up getting the Ozil, who I sort of regret getting now, but Ozil's cool, so like it could be worse, I guess. See, I obtained my selected hero. So they were done. I got a legendary damage dealer from this. Everything works out. Everything always comes up Glazer. All right. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you tomorrow for another really, really cool video. I love this game. Download it. Peace.